So I'm Steve Reddington from Barwon Water, and this is Ben Spedding from South East Water, and we are the co-leaders of the Energy and Carbon program. It's a big program, so that's why there's two of us on it.
It's not that we can't do much work.
We even talk to the side. Okay, so in terms of the context and the scope for our program, the energy side of things, this program has been working on that for five plus years, or at least that's how long I've been involved in it from an energy perspective. So we've got significant energy use right across the sector. Electricity is really dominant. It's something that's essential in providing water and sewage services. So the focus of the program from an energy perspective is around optimising energy performance and cost. So the volume of energy that we consume, but also the cost of that, and navigating the transition to renewable energy, zero emissions renewable energy. And more recently, we've expanded the scope of the program to also include carbon. So you're no doubt all aware of the state policy direction towards net zero greenhouse gas emissions. So Water for Victoria set an objective for the metro water corporations to reach net zero emissions by 2030, and for the whole of the water sector to achieve that by 2050. The water sector represents 24% of Victorian government sector emissions, so we're a big target from that perspective, and the state government is currently working on their whole of government sector pledge. So all of our individual water corporation pledges, which are now individual targets in the statement of obligations for emissions reduction, that's all feeding up into that whole of government pledge. So in the carbon space, we're really focused on investigating collaborative opportunities such as sequestration and offsets. And we've got a bit of overlap with, well, not overlap, there's a lot of work going on in this space and other groups that are out there. So I'll hand over to Ben to talk about those.
So I think we had some conversation yesterday with Erica talked about other groups and other networks and things and how IWN fits with that. So there are other groups that we sort of deal with quite regularly. We use them as an IWN platform to actually preach IWN and the programs and updates. So some of the IWN Energy and Greenhouse Special Interest Group, so they're sort of the people that are in it, some in this room that are in that group, but we sort of use that group as well as, you know, trying to find program leads and project leads and things like core projects as well. That platform, it's a working group. We sit there and chat about different, you know, issues and things like that we come with. The difference with IWN is IWN has actual funds to do projects. We then leads in with, so I'll jump in as it was a one. Again, a strong network, at the same sort of people in the network, obviously bigger Australia, but those projects, you know, are funded by participation. So if you're going to participate in a project, you add funding. The beauty of the IWN project is there's funding there to actually do the project up front. We just need people to help get the project. There's also another group, this emissions reduction working group. So it's originally set up to develop the pledge and how the actual guidelines are, the rules of the pledge. And that's been morphed as time gone on as a smaller group, and now there's a separate group looking just the offset portion. We've got some issues with the accounting and mechanisms of offsets and how we can use them, and how we can actually generate them. So there's another separate group working in there. But from an IWN point, from this energy and carbon group, we try to make sure we, you know, are over the top of all of those groups to make sure that, you know, opportunities that come out of them, IWN can lean on that and actually try to deliver the outcome for those projects.
It's probably worth just noting that the WASA, Climate Change Energy Environment Network, sometimes WASA does a number of subscription projects, and we've had some great success with IWN actually subscribing to projects on behalf of all Victorian water corporations, and really just getting the cost down of participating in those projects. So, you know, sometimes if you were just dealing with them on an individual basis, they might say, oh, it's $5 grand or it's $10 grand per water to participate. By just going all in with IWN, the cost per water is, you know, that's coming down to, you know, 2, 3, even less depending on the project. So that's really done.
The key project there was we did energy benchmarking. So we looked at sort of how's the money actually performing. So we don't really know. Let's have a look at the whole of all treatment plant benchmarking, energy benchmarking. So because IWN supported all Victorian water corps went in, actually the project had I think 32 or 28, 32, some high number of corporations involved. That was the largest participation of any was a project we've ever had, with a number of corporations involved. And it wouldn't have been without the IWN sort of support to everyone involved.
And I should mention that those subscription fees are being paid for by your IWN membership fee, rather than that having to be an additional expense that you've got to justify and try and get across the line. So just some of the project highlights. We'll talk about some of the ones that were completed or are really well progressed with and seeing some real success. We'll also talk about some of the ones that are currently underway. So probably the flagship project is the large-scale renewables project. This is a power purchase agreement with a large-scale solar farm in northwest Victoria. And the objective of having that power purchase agreement is to manage electricity costs and reduce emissions. So 13 Victorian water corporations are participants in that, and by collaborating, by coming together as a consortium, we built up the total demand to make it something really quite appetising to the market, so that we could get a great price, a number of proposals there, and we also benefited from our strong credit rating. So that is set to deliver a total of 78 gigawatt hours per year across those 13 water corporations, and so it's 20% or more of each of those water corps' annual electricity consumption. And the most important thing is that it's actually a highly cost-effective way of moving towards zero net emissions.
I'll go back on that last one. It might be something contrary, but the idea of that previous project we actually came with this gentleman. So 3 years ago, when we actually came with the idea, it was like, let's all jump in together and do something together. And previous IWN chairs have actually sort of said it was Ben Spedding's idea, so I always make sure I give it kudos. The idea actually came from here, so it's a little in-joke that we have now towards my idea, but make sure we give it so it's due.
But Ben has been a massive supporter since the very beginning, and to be fair to him, I did handball the project manager very early on, so yeah, thanks Ben.
No problems. So John Day was the previous program lead for this. This is one of his projects up here at Yakandanda. It's a water treatment plant. They looked at basically going, can we run a whole water treatment plant on solar and batteries? So basically got 40 kilowatts of solar there on the bank, and there's a 42 kilowatt hour battery. So you sort of go, oh, that's all pretty easy. We can just put the batteries and away we go. When they went to start investigating the actual batteries, one of the key learnings was batteries, there's horses for courses in what you can actually use with batteries, different technologies in a different state. One of the things they found with their energy sort of profile through the plant, it basically sort of went like these little spikes, it was up and down. And the battery spikes said, our battery won't work, it won't handle all this, that's not, we can't sort of do it, so let's go back, okay, how do we smooth out our energy profile of this plant? So compressors was one that the compressors were coming on, so they changed those out and basically got their profile that was actually a lot smoother profile to then be able to benefit and utilise the battery and solar better. They've also found some other key benefits now. They don't get call-outs. This plant has got a lot of power spiking issues. They don't get call-out, so it's sort of unintended sort of benefit that was there. They can sort of see, okay, this is something we've got other issues at other plants. We could maybe look at this opportunity to do that. So RMIT did the modelling work to look at that. But yeah, something that sort of seems pretty simple, like solar batteries. There was actually a lot of extra learnings that came out of this project. Yeah, so as BBC sort of shared through those other groups we mentioned about earlier, the learnings these programs are shared with those sort of key stakeholders from different water corps overseas and things like that. Submetering, so this is another one's ongoing project. So this came out of, we talked about the energy benchmarking project. So we go, okay, there's good plans and bad plans on energy, so we need to do some optimisation and to try and improve those. To do that optimisation, you have to be able to actually know where your power is coming from, and if you make a change, you have to be able to measure the benefit. So you've got to measure it and verify. To be able to do that, you need metering. So most plants might just have a single meter, where the power comes in, the whole plant uses X amount. You don't know the breakup of where that power is being used. So this project was looking at how do you actually develop a metering scheme for a design through your plan to actually understand getting the meters in the right spot, to getting the right recordings for the right areas. Then they were going through and actually implementing the meters. And then the third stage is looking at actually sort of harnessing that information. So you get a lot of data, but what do you actually do with it? What does it mean? How you do it? So a consultant came in and actually helped design the system of where the meters would go. Then, so that was paid by IWN. Then each water corp had to invest in the actual meters to get them installed. So Colvin and North East have got the meters in. Yarraville is just finalising off their meters now. And then it's the next stage which they're in now is trying to harness that data. So the outcome will be basically, a documented procedure, let's call it, saying if you want to install sub-meters, this is how you design it, this is how you realise the benefit, here are some meters that are used. So we don't all effectively end up going to trialling and failing to some extent. We get from this, get the learnings to then go in and hopefully do it right the first time. So yeah, so there's a bit more of the updates we sort of way, so gets the crux of this harnessing that value out of the data.
In terms of meaningful performance indicators, there's also that question of what non-energy data do you need to combine it with? Because just a raw, the plant's doing this many kilowatts, or it's consumed so many kilowatt hours today. Is it megalitres throughput? Is it
Nitrogen remove?
Yeah, so it's not just about chucking in some sub-meters going, great, we've got the data now, it's what other data streams have you got, and maybe you need to improve those as well to combine it to get that really good indicator of how the plant's performing. So another project which is shortly coming to conclusion was a subscription project on energy awareness and training. So yeah, it's become apparent over the past few years that there's a lot of upskilling required right across the industry and right across the different levels within our organisations around energy literacy that needs to happen. It is very complex. Not everyone needs to know everything. So this project sort of kicked off with an awareness and training needs analysis to try and map, okay, how much does the board need to know, how much do operators need to know, energy specialist roles, manager roles, trying to map out and tailor a package of off-the-shelf materials, or produce a package of materials to have on the shelf that you can then take and roll out across your business over time. So that education package is currently being finalised. I think it's due to launch next month.
So what else is out there? We've got a few other projects that we're looking at. Probably Steve, you can probably talk about your first one, the upscale battery, which is going to be a farmer.
Yeah, so essentially extending on Northeast Water's Yakandanda trial, Barwon Water, we're installing a 300 kilowatt solar array at our largest water treatment plant, Leedy-Bollock. And as part of that project, we decided to install a 200 kilowatt hour battery so that we could trial how we would get best value out of that battery. So the plant normally consumes about 110 kilowatts. So with 300 kilowatts of solar, most days, the solar is going to exceed the consumption of the plant and the demand of the plant in the middle of the day. So we use that energy to charge up the battery, try and keep that solar energy behind the meter, but we're also keen to try out things like spot price exposure and how we can use the battery to manage risk around that. And so there's a wide range of opportunities. This project will help to inform the business case for future battery projects, particularly once the cost of energy comes down. So helping us to get hands-on experience, understand what are how would you operate one of these, how do you get best value out of it, if you're going to do the project again, okay, what are the technical specifications that you want to put in place? What are the control philosophies? That sort of thing. So Bailed Water's paying for that. We're doing the capital project ourselves, but IWN's contribution would be towards, for example, getting RMIT or a consultant or someone like that to help us do the trial and do those analytics, and then present that information back to the water industry.
Satellite hydrogen is something that's been coming up to speed. I was up at energy productivity conference last week. Sydney hydrogen was sort of getting spoken about quite a bit. We've had consultants come to us talk about hydrogen and North East Water the same. So they're looking at the project up there that they're going to have a large solar array. It's going to have excess solar, so there's an energy source, and also the effluent from the treatment plant, or the West Wodonga, I think is a treatment plant. And so there's a new product that's, I think, looks like some sort of containerised type product that you can use the energy and use the water to make hydrogen. And they look at actually fueling vehicles. So there's also a couple of vehicle manufacturers in the mix of this project, and they're on a, it's a huge highway, a big highway comes past, a lot of traffic, so it'll be a good opportunity to pilot this as in, fueling hydrogen vehicles project. So it hasn't been fully firmed up yet how the IW is involved, but it's something that we're considering looking at. The other one is sort of this, the offsets opportunity. So this is the whole carbon stream coming in. We've done some projects, sort of brainstorming. The carbon workshop with Dell, IW and SIG. We've come up with some ideas, but where we're sort of struggling, which I think is a bit of the problem with sort of IW, is getting the project leads. So getting people in our corporations to take ownership of the project, with maybe a team to actually run the project. So the role of Steve and I is not to actually run every project that comes up, it's to facilitate the actual whole program. So I think as champions, it's probably kind of your role to, if you see these projects, there's people in your company that would, benefit from these sort of projects, is trying to have a yarn to them and trying to get them on board to sort of be part of the project, not necessarily lead it, but be part of the project team, because if we don't get people to lead these projects, they're not going to happen. So it's sort of probably a bit of a takeaway for you guys as well as champions back in your company. So there's some opportunities there which we're looking at, partnering with CMRs, cash management authorities, in offsets as well. And one we haven't mentioned there is floating solar. It's been sort of spoken about a bit. We've got a bit of interest from probably 3 water corps on that, so there could be another project there that we look at floating solar, and it's a bit of a what's interesting on people just go, don't be going near it, just expensive to white collar people sort of want some interest in it, so we'll see what comes of that project also.
Probably worth noting, just in terms of trying to get that internal buy-in and allocate resources towards projects. If you do have an internal, R&D program or something like that, potentially, if you've got needs that are aligned with some of the things that we're doing, if you can keep an eye on what project ideas are coming up and what we're trying to seek commitments towards, then adding those onto your R&D programs, maybe that'll help to raise that profile internally and allow people to prioritise some time towards being a project lead or being on a project team.
And it can be a project you guys are already doing, like Barwood and his battery project, they're going to do regardless of IWN or not, but if you get some support from IWN, the benefit then is you can actually, a key requirement being an IWN project, you need to share the learning. So, Steve go away, do the battery and go, yeah, great, we're going to battery, but the opportunity is getting some extra funding for some analytics, but then making sure that everyone needs to share that learning. So that's sort of the big part of IWN is make sure that those learnings get shared, so we're not all going out doing the same thing 3 times and failing and someone's done it right. So.
Yes, probably on the flip side, it is worthwhile. If you are doing things, don't just keep them internal to yourselves. Talk to your organisation's representative on our program. Talk to Ben and I about projects. Make sure that you've got someone who's going along to those IWA Energy and Greenhouse SIG meetings, because that's our face-to-face communication around this program. We've talked about joining project team or leading a project. Do you have any questions?
I don't know if it's cool to add, like you've done a really good job. Just there's no questions or that's like.